Okay, hi everyone again. Well, some time ago I lost a friend over a careless mistake I made. I overstepped her boundaries and she betrayed me and severed ties with me in the most spectacular way. That's even after I apologized and, tried to set and clarify boundaries with her and such. Never in the back of my mind would I have known she was such a petty person who hold grudges and be willing to destroy my reputation, and I nearly lost all my mutual friends with her except one. Seriously, I even spoke to a few of my other friends and they had similar incidents happen to them too. Now this begs the question, why are people nowadays so unforgiving? Do they even feel empathy? What if the same thing happened to them? Will they complain and say how unfair it is? Okay, imagine when we are young, our parents would read us stories, and always these bedtime stories or even those TV cartoon shows we watch always tried to instill good morals in people. Example, you do something wrong, a mistake, and apologize, learn from it, and your friend would forgive. Like, do you see people, especially grown adults in their 20s and 30s, do that? No, absolutely not. I see many self-centered, immature hypocrites, to be honest. I'm not sure, but is it only in recent years, especially after the pandemic? Growing up, I see my fair share of petty, selfish people, but now as full-grown adults, talk like they are morally upright, and over some minor slights are willing to hold grudges and sever ties with others. Oh, the heck. Okay, life is hard enough now around the world, I get it. The economy is bad everywhere. Any country you live in the world, to be honest, so is the rising cost of living. But even after all these external stresses, do you think this is an excuse to treat others like that? Even if they are your friends you speak regularly with? Okay, maybe not friends, but at least acquaintances? That ain't cool. Not cool at all. I have a feeling this is more like a recent thing. Maybe a generation or two before, people have higher levels of understanding or empathy. Now a mistake and you get marked for it, like, what the fuck? Oh my, this is just my own theory. I don't know if it's true, but mostly in my mind, I believe millennials and Gen Zs have it tough. Dating is impossible now. Loneliness crisis, financially poorer than before, etc. Everyone probably has some trouble in their life now. But these stresses add up and cause people to not care as much and become more intolerant of others' shortcomings. Although I believe it is also possible that most people now are just assholes, you can't even reason with them anymore. But let us all wait a second and think, can empathy be trained? Well, yes, it can be, I believe, to a certain level. Allow me to ask you all if you all heard this phrase, do to others what you want others to do to you. Essentially, asking yourself, if I did some dumb shit to someone, what if someone else did the same to me? Imagine you lie, cheat, take something from someone and leave that person broken and hurt. Would you be broken and hurt if someone else did the same to you? think for a moment. We all know that asshole who makes people's lives miserable just because he or she could. Don't we all wish revenge, karma, and divine retribution to that asshole? Imagine everyone around you sees you as that asshole. Not really funny now, eh? Let's say we come across someone who still does dumb shit to others and still acts and think it's okay. Even worse, condemn others for their faults and wrongdoings and do the exact same horrid thing. These people are called hypocrites. They are some of the most dishonest, selfish, emotionally immature people in the world. Be careful around these people, guys. Like, seriously, screen for red flags in these people. Some people just cannot change. They don't care how their words and actions can harm others. They don't know how to communicate properly to set boundaries and address others' feelings. As much as we all will despise such people, it's inevitable we'll come across such individuals in our lives anyway. Imagine the boss that used you, then laid you off. The friend who ghosts you over a minor feud, even if you apologize and want to resolve things peacefully. Such people, they are out there. There's no way for such people to be reasoned with, unfortunately. They are who they are. What to do? You can't control or change some other person's actions or thinking. You can only control your own. It means being discerning in identifying such people and avoiding them if possible. Or at least minimizing and tolerating them somehow for the time being. Sometimes I just want to build a new private society, a new state, a tribe full of like-minded people, or at least decent people who are willing to learn and grow from their mistakes. Sometimes I consume post-apocalyptic fantasy stories. I fantasize a chance to reset the world to a simpler, more decent time. People then care more about their community and one another. Now I feel everything we say or do is on like walking on eggshells, don't you think so? Can't we just all voice our boundaries clearly? Everything starts out small. Each and every one of us need to start out with a wolf pack at the most base level of a society. A wolf pack is basically a group of friends, even as few as 3 or 4, or even just you and one other person, having synergy together. Learn that everyone makes mistakes, but we should give others a chance to reform, especially if the person is apologetic and remorseful. Don't just forgive blindly, but observe their actions closely to see if the apology is genuine. Individuals can't change the world overnight to be better, yeah. But I believe everyone should just focus on their own individual actions first. In your wolf pack or inner circle, have some empathy for one another, then bring in more and more people that fit this empathy rule, and even to people in your outer circle, be understanding towards them. The world would change over time from a micro level, from your neighborhood and local community, then subsequently the rest of society as a whole. It's my hope the world will be a more empathetic and peaceful place. Thanks for listening. See you guys in the next video.